Yo, what's good? What's good? Understand something. When you grow to a new level in life, people are going to look at you. They're going to be able to see your transition, and everybody's not going to love it. Everybody's not going to like it, and everybody's not going to ride with you. And what is going to happen is that it's going to be people saying what you can't do. It's going to be people who feel like you don't deserve it. It's going to be people who doubt that you can continuously do it. And they think in their mind that you're going to come back to where you started from, because wherever they're stuck at is where you belong to. Those are the doubters. Then you got the people who see you grow and they say it's fake, it ain't real. See, that's the naysayers saying you can't go become great. You don't got greatness in your blood. You don't got what it takes to become a millionaire. You don't got what it takes to retire your mind. You don't got what it takes to actually go buy a house. You don't got what it takes to actually be able to afford nice cars. You don't got that. And then you got the people, once you make it happen, you got the people who just hate that it's you that had what it takes. They hate that you put the work in. They hate that you live in a life that you desire, the life that you work for. They hate it. They hate it. They can't stand it. And guess what? It's pressure, and pressure busts pipes. Tonight we talking about haters, doubters, and naysayers. Let's go.
Hey, Mr. 500, let's go!
Anything you want in this world is dependent on. Everybody wants to be wealthy. Everybody wants to get money, but why? I did 25 million the last 2 years. I come from nothing. You gotta move with urgency. You gotta take action. You gotta act.
Some of y'all too scared to tell people, fuck you.
Maybach music.
Ride big, ice big, nice crib. White fig, started out just sweeping flows, now Fat Boy the CEO.
Everybody want to stand out. You can't be the same and be different. You'll never be the best in your industry if you do what everybody else doing. You know you got the mindset. You know you got the ambition. It's just you haven't got the fuck up. Either I'ma do this shit and execute, or I'ma fucking die.
The talk is wealth, and them dripping sauce. This time we do for self.
I never knew getting money would affect me mentally.
How many of you guys want to be multi-millionaires and create a legacy and a brand? We ain't in this for clout. We out here to get money. It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
It's my wealth therapy.
Listen, let me explain something to you. When it comes to this life, before we even get there, y'all understand the science of wealth therapy. When we come, we gotta look good, we gotta feel good, and we gotta smell good. See, I ain't even bringing a bottle down tonight. Tonight is I'm in that Inicio, ooh for greatness. Inicio, ooh for greatness. Listen, it's one of them ones. It's one of them ones. Ooh for greatness. Listen, tonight I had to come in. I put something on. I ain't dumb it down or friendly it out with the Tom Ford cherry like I usually do. I went with the Inicio, ooh for greatness. Why? It's one of them scents that it is what it is. When you walk in the room, you know what it is. You smell it. It's that. This is for made men. It ain't for nobody but made men. That's it. If you're not that, this ain't for you. This one of them distinguished scents that you walk in. The compliments is always next level, but you got to be next level. Your energy got to feel that. Your confidence got to ooze that. That it just is what it is. Like when you put on that ooh for greatness, this ain't one of them friendly ones. This is not Baccarat. This is next level. It's one of them niche fragrances that when you establishing haters and you addressing naysayers and doubters, oh yeah, this is what you want to smell like. This is definitely the kind of energy you want to give them. You need to put that ooh for greatness on when you know, it's pressure. But listen, right? We talking about haters, doubters, and naysayers. Listen, I ain't even come to be friendly tonight. I ain't come to be politically correct. I'm going to tell you now, if you're looking for political correctness tonight through our therapy session as we overcome this, sometimes you got to grab your nuts on them. Excuse. That's just, it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta flex your muscle. You gotta let the world gotta feel you. Like you put work in, like the work that we put in to get to where we at, the sacrifices, the dedication that you've made for you. This ain't for nobody else but about you. Because what happens is the world starts to admire you for the work that you put in. The world takes notice and they respect you for what you put in. And guess what? It's a lot of times it's people that don't like it and you don't understand it. It just it's mind blowing. Like, yo, what's the problem? You don't understand what it is because you doing something for you. Imagine going out there, putting that work in for you. I put work in for me. I put work in to make Marcus Barney great, Him500 great. And people said I shouldn't do it. They told me what I couldn't do. They doubted that I would be able to do it. They doubted I would be able to keep going. They doubted that I would be able to reach my dreams. Then once happens is then you get people that just start hating, that don't know you, that they just mad because you doing something that's getting attention and getting love from other people, and they don't like it. They don't like it. It ain't no other way to put it. You get attention, you may get love. Like sometimes this ain't even about money. Sometimes it's about the love that you get. It's about the love that the world shows you that sparks envy in somebody else. It sparks jealousy, it sparks hatred, insecurities in other people. And there's nothing you could do about it. Guess what? It comes with the territory. You're gonna have to be who you are. You're gonna have to live through it. You're gonna have to walk through it. You're gonna have to grow through it. It just come with it. I'm gonna explain to y'all today, like at every single level, like I'm gonna become $100 million nigga because of fucking haters. The haters is the ones that's gonna make me become $100 million dude. I'm gonna be $100 million dude because of haters. I was a 6-figure dude. I went to $1 million dude because of haters. 7 figures, go over 10 million, 8 figures. Why? Because of haters. They forced me to grow. It made me realize that if I'm in a position that they could speak to, or they could acknowledge, or even get into a place that could disrupt, or even get my attention or rattle my feathers, that I ain't grow, get bigger. Get bigger. That's all I'm gonna do. Get bigger. You think I'm gonna get in the cage and rattle with somebody that's looking up? Guess what? They throw rocks from the bottom. They throw rocks at the throne. You don't throw rocks from the throne at the bottom. Ain't nobody gonna speak on you. Ain't nobody gonna tell you what you can't do. And ain't nobody gonna try to hold you back or doubt your dreams or say what you can't do. And ain't nobody gonna hate on you. That's above you and that already did it. See, because once you experience it, when you get to a certain level, you tell people, oh, nah, this is what you can do. This is what you can do. Oh, nah, it's possible. You become a beacon of hope. See, I sit here every single Wednesday and talk to y'all about the journey and the things that's going through. Why? I've been able to accomplish so much in my life. I can't tell you, I'm never going to tell you what you can't do. I'm going to tell you what you're going to go through. I may tell you what you're going to experience, what you got to be cut for. But if you seek out to do something, you can do it. I'm going to give you the reality of everything. I'm going to give it to you real, raw, and uncut. But I ain't going to throw rocks. I ain't going to diminish your dreams. Why? Because I'm sucker proof. Right? But listen, we all know how it goes. Like, people don't understand. Like, people ask me, like, how do you deal with hate? How do you deal with doubt? Like, we got haters, we got doubters, and we got naysayers. First, let's address the naysayers. Let's address the people who say you can't do that. That's impossible, right? People love to say, yeah, my teacher told me I wasn't going to be shit. First of all, everybody teacher, we real here, right? We understand the hurdles we got to come over. One of them, we can't be out here lying, saying, yo, my teacher told me I wasn't going to be shit. Like, everybody teacher could not have told them they wasn't going to be shit, because I'm trying to figure out what teacher's handbook or manual did they get trained, because everybody always say, yo, my teachers told me I wasn't going to be nothing. Like, yo, at what point do we realize, like, yo, everybody teacher couldn't have said that you wasn't going to be shit? Just like everybody's introduction to entrepreneurship can't be selling candy. Like, these are the things that, like, I look at it and be like, yo, the naysayers, like, you couldn't do this, or you couldn't do that. People sitting there like, nah, my teacher really did tell me. Imagine, I just gave you a live example of a naysayer. You couldn't have sold candy. Everybody couldn't have sold candy. Everybody teacher couldn't have said that, right? Nah, it was people who said that. But it's so easy to get caught up in naysayer rhetoric. You see how easy that was? See how easy that was for me to pull you into the naysayer rhetoric of what people couldn't say, of what couldn't happen. Nah, if somebody said it happened, it happened. Listen, it does not benefit me or uplift me or give me any gain to say what can't be or what couldn't. If somebody says something cool, that is what it is. If you feel like that's what it is, like if that's what happened to you in your life, I'm glad you overcame it or you're using it as fuel. But what I want to key in on it with the naysayers is that it's going to always be somebody telling you what you can't do. It's going to always be somebody who, and it's not because they dislike you. It's because it's not real to them. It's not a reality. See, nobody could tell you how to become something or even mentally grasp something that they've never seen, that they've never seen happen. It does not seem real, right? Like, it's no way you say, hey, Sean Puffy Combs, you're going to be a billionaire. Yeah. You and Jay-Z going to be a billionaire too when they first got started. It's no way that you could see that these dudes will become billionaires. There's no way that you could see that kid with the backpack and the polo and the Louis Vuitton backpack and the polo shirt will become Kanye West. There's no way you could look back and see that little kid, that little light-skinned kid growing up in politics in Chicago, in Illinois, that would become Barack Obama and say that, yo, you're going to become a president. Right? There was no way that somebody could have predicted that. There was no way that somebody could have predicted that. Most people wouldn't have ever predicted that.
I'm not sure I understand.
It's things that nobody could ever predict. So people around, when he says, hey, I want to go, I want to run for president. He couldn't predict that Jeezy would get behind him. My president is black. The change movement, Diddy, everybody, the whole culture will get behind him the way that they would do. He couldn't predict that, but it was people out there who said, nah, you'll never become president. You don't do what you seek out to do to prove them wrong, though. Don't ever let your motivation be based off of somebody else. We don't move like that. That ain't how you become great. You become great by staying focused on what it is that you do. Now, when things do come about, we always got to realize, like, yo, what is that about? What is that for? What's the benefit? What do I learn from that? What's my takeaways from the people who speak and what they can't do? Why would they say it? Why would they say I can't do this and things that I can't do? I seen people look at me and just go, damn, like in awe and amazed. And I'm like, well, I said I was going to do it. I told you what I was going to do. I told you who I was going to become. What you shocked about? What you proud of? Don't be proud of me when I make it. Salute the journey. When I've seen I'm not proud of where I'm at now. I'm proud and happy about what I did when I was on the journey. See, a lot of people don't catch that. The naysayers, they saying what you can't do. That's the hardest time of the journey, is when people telling you what you can't do and you still can hear them and you ain't did it yet. That's the hardest shit to overcome in life. You trying to go out and be great. You trying to start your business. You trying to get your degree. You trying to upgrade it and elevate in a company. And people telling you that don't make sense. You can't do it. That's the defining moments. That's the hardest times. That's the shit that matter the most. When you trying to do something, other people saying, nah, let's go do this. They distracting you. See, naysayers ain't just people who verbally say you can't do it. Naysayers is also people who distract you and want to take you off your plan so you can go with them on theirs. Who want you to see their vision. See, them is naysayers too. Because they're not contributing to the forward growth of what you want for yourself. And contributing does not mean that you got to do something. Sometimes it means do nothing and stand back. So you got to understand that those are the most important moments. Those are the moments that mean everything. Those are the moments that define everything. Those are the most trying, the hardest moments, the time where you got to be as determined as possible. It's in those moments when you working and you want to quit and you at a wit's end, you feel like you got nobody. You ain't got nothing but a hope. You ain't got nothing but a dream. You ain't got nothing but yourself. at your back against the wall, everything that you need, you're in survival mode where you struggling to eat, where it's the point where you struggling to pay your bills or your light bills is off. You ain't got hot water. Like it's in them moments and you still dedicated saying, nah, I'm gonna become more. This not the end for me. I ain't got a haircut in a month. They saying I'm ugly. But motherfucker, I know I look good. I just can't get I ain't got the right money to get my skincare. I can't even I ain't got my moisturizer right now. I can't get my hair cut. I'm breaking out. I'm stressing. I can't sleep. I ain't washed my pillow. My pillowcases ain't been changed. I've been sleeping on the same pillowcase and pillow for 6 months, a year. I ain't changed it yet. I'm in a rut right now, but I'm focused because I know internally something gonna change. That's yeah. That's that shit them niggas gonna doubt that you can overcome. That's when the doubters come in when you start climbing out of that motherfucker, dog. Excuse my language tonight, but when you start climbing out of that shit, dog, like I'm just, this is what it is. I'm sorry if the kids is watching. I apologize. I'm gonna try to watch my mouth. But that's the moment where it's like, bruh, this is where it count. This the time where it count. This the time where when you becoming doubted, where they not understanding it, doubting is setting in. Because you starting to climb out of it. Hold on. You're starting to be able to get your hair cut. Yeah. I'm figuring it out. I'm doing okay. Yeah. I'm starting to do okay. Yeah. And what's gonna happen is they're gonna hold you in that position. They think you're gonna stay in that position when you was in a bad position. They think you're gonna stay there. They think you're gonna stay there. See, that's the issue. When see, they were saying, oh man, it was what they were throwing you off your rocker as a naysayer. Then they start doubting you. You might be doing all right for now, but shit, it ain't gonna last long. They don't think it's gonna last long. They start to doubt you. They want to cast doubt on you. Oh man, I see what you got going on, man. You know, man, they saying Airbnb ain't gonna last forever. Y'all, man, crypto, ain't no money in crypto. Oh man, you doing NFTs. Ain't no money in NFTs, man. It's a scam, it's fake. You gonna waste your money on that, man. Come to the bar with us. Let's go get drunk. Let's go hang out. Man, hit the weed. Let's play 2K. See, that's doubt. But they doubt it in a comfortable manner. You got to watch that because that's just as dangerous. See, anybody that'll tell you what you can't do, but not tell you what you can do. Anybody that doesn't align with you and say, nah, let's gear up and let's go get it. See, they're against you too. They also doubting you. And not only are they doubting you, they're causing doubt in you. And they'll cause doubt by just giving alternatives that don't lead you to where you want to go. See, I don't need nobody around me to give me an alternative to be less than what I said I'm going to be. If I say I'm going for 100 million, nigga, and you tell me, man, being worth 25 million is cool, we can't be friends no more. We can't be friends no more. Don't give me an alternative. Don't give me a reason saying that it's okay to be less than, that it's okay to not hit my goal. If I say I want 100 million, say nigga get 200 million. You gonna go extra hard. You need to figure out how to get two of them. But along the lines, you're gonna hit one. But if you do this, and that, you probably can get 200 million. You probably can touch a B, because once you get 100 million shit, you 10x it, you to the B. How long you think it's gonna take for you to hit that? I won't say I'm gonna hit 100 million. You like, man, you'll be good with 25 million. Shit, you just as good as a hater to me. You just as good as a hater. If I'm on the road and I'm on the journey, I don't need you to do nothing but gas it. I don't need nothing but people around me that's gonna gas it. I'm on this, what I'm on. I don't care if you believe it or not. If you don't believe, shut up and don't ever let me hear you ever say nothing bad. Don't ever let me hear you doubt or say, give me any kind of belief or any kind of sign that you don't believe. You can't be here. You can't be around. I can't hear that conversation. I don't care who it is. Anybody could get it. Anybody could go. I got a journey that I'm going for myself. It's bigger than anybody else. Today ain't about family. Today ain't about a marriage. Today ain't about fatherhood. Today ain't about being a child. Today about self. So you got to dig in this shit for you. You got to dig in yourself. This for me. Like when I wake up and people go against me, I remember they ain't going against my family. They ain't going against my kids. They ain't going against my wife. Nah, y'all going against me. So I'm going to go out here and be battle tested. I'm going to go out here and fight it. I'm going to go out here and look you in your face and I'm going to put it in your face every chance I get. Yeah, I ain't give up. I ain't quit. And I'm always going to smile. I'm always going to be positive. It's always going to be love. You know why? Because the love, the energy that I put out into the world, I get back from those who appreciate it. And the people who don't appreciate it and the people who don't respect it, it kill them. It kill them. It kill them to see people showing you love. When you do something that they thought was going to finish you, you were supposed to be done when you couldn't pay your bills. You were supposed to be done when you got fired from that job. People thought you was done. Coworkers thought you was done. I remember having coworkers like, oh yeah, he got fired. When I got fired from my job, oh man, it's gonna be, you see what happened now. Yeah, you is gonna see what happened now. Yeah. You gonna see what happened now. $5 million estate, 10 million in real estate overall. Yeah, $130,000 APs. Yeah, you gonna see what happened. Yeah, I'm gonna go get it every chance I get. You hated on me. You didn't think what I can do with what was possible. You thought my imagination was too big. I was living in fairy tales. Nah, I wasn't living in a fairy tale. When I wrote that shit down, I didn't write down no fairy tale. See, it's a fairy tale to you because it's disbelief. See, it was a goal for me. See, it was a goal because I had a route on how I was going to reach my destination. I didn't put something on the board and put something in the clouds and didn't figure out how to get there. See, it's okay for you to gas your car up and turn your GPS on and say, yo, I want to go up the street. Yeah. But it's harder when you sit something in the clouds and say, I got to gas up a rocket that ain't built yet. I got to build a rocket. I got to figure out how to fuel a rocket. I got to figure out how to get myself conditioned to be able to break through the barriers. I got to figure out how to break through to get through everything that's not supposed to be broken through, that we ain't got nothing else that's built like this coming out of this territory, coming out of this environment. Ain't nothing else did this. Everything else did this. But I got to do this. Yeah. You didn't understand it. They didn't understand it. Yeah. But we here now. And I'm telling you, I'm here, you here, because you that one. Everybody ain't that one. See, when you the naysayer, you the doubter, you the one that look at people, tell them what they can't do. When you actually consume negative connotations, negative content, negative people's messages, when you get consumed by the bullshit, by hating ass, I don't follow Shade Room because the comments is too hateful. I can't have that type of energy. I don't operate in that environment. See, the people who operate in environments that constantly there, you sit there all day. Guess what? You a hater because you consume hating ass content. See, if you can go to any type of platform, any type of media that just spills out hate and negativity and attacks on others, and you can consume it and you can live there and you find joy and being entertained by that, you are a hater. Like you a doubter, a naysayer, like you are that. That's what you are. And that's perfectly fine. But you can't exist over here with this. You can't exist over here with greatness. You can't exist with happiness. You can't exist over here with love. I guarantee you got negative relationships in your life. I guarantee you the relationships that you got in your life are not great. I guarantee you the reason why you suffer and the reason your life ain't what it is because you consume negativity. I guarantee that if you consume negativity and you not where you want to be financially, you ain't got a good relationship in your life. I guarantee you ain't got a good relationship with your parents. I guarantee you ain't got good relationships with your friends. I guarantee you ain't got too many people you can call on. I guarantee too many people don't call on you. Why? Because you a negative person. See, you put out that negative energy. And I guarantee the one person in your life or the few people in your life that you got a good relationship with, they got good relationships with everybody. See, when you start to realize that, you start to identify who the haters is. See, I don't allow people to come around me who don't got no good relationships. See, if you don't got good relationships outside of me, guess what? I know you're a toxic person. What the fuck I look like spending time with you when I know you a hater because of the relationships that you already been able to garner. Why with the hater? Why you got to be a hater? Because you got self-hatred. You got hate inside your heart. Don't mean you hate on other people, but it's hate on your heart. It's hate on your spirit. You're not happy. Why? Because joy exhorts joy. It's just going to bring out joy in people. I'm happy and I'm happy with who I am. That's why I smile. That's why my daughter smiles, because I'm happy and I bring out joy. That's the vibe I bring out. So when people be like, yo, how do you deal with the haters? That's hate in their life. I guarantee you they female not happy with them. I guarantee you they ain't got the best relationships and friendships around them. You see, circle of CEOs, we still here. I remember seeing other super groups talk about, oh man, what do you think? Trying to do comparison. Oh, is what you think they like us, or ain't nobody gonna be greater than us, and that. And now they all broken up. Oh, y'all had y'all cliques, but now y'all cliques broken up. Now y'all cliques fighting and speaking bad on each other. The circle ain't speaking bad on each other. Why? Because we wasn't built off of hate. We ain't never did comparison. We always showed love, and we was who we was. We built it off of genuine relationships. Guess what? That's why we still got positive relationships. Guess what? Everybody in the circle of CEOs got positive relationships outside of the circle of CEOs. Everybody I deal with has positive relationships outside of the one relationship I have. Man, y'all got to hear me when I'm talking to somebody. If you ain't got no positive relationships in your life, the problem ain't the people that you get into the relationships. The problem is you, and it's something within you that's a problem. And guess what? If you identify people like that, you got to keep their ass at bay. You can't come over here and exist in this. Why? Because you don't know what it takes to build a good relationship. You got too much hate in your heart. You got too much hate in your life. And all you can do is bring it with you, because you ain't figured out how to let it go yet. So, man, I'm talking to somebody tonight. Y'all gonna get to a point where people hate you. But first of all, let me explain something on the money journey with hate. Explain to you how I got here. I told y'all, man, haters is gonna make me hit 100 million. Listen, when I was doing 6 figures, I was doing credit repair. My business outgrew me. I had clients that was like, I was forgetting about clients. People was getting mad. And I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to put the right systems in place. But I'm making 6 figures now, $250,000, $200,000 plus a year, doing credit repair. No social media branding, none of that. No Instagram, none of that. I'm on Facebook. And you know what happened? Is that a lack of understanding. Do I take account? I do take accountability for some of my lack of organization. But it was people that I grew up with that I didn't get along with from childhood. We wasn't never really friends. We used to fight. We never really got along. Guess what? They try to find an opportunity, a way to hate on me because they see me shining. They see me buy my family a house, see me going to Disneyland, seeing what I was doing. They started hating. Try to create a whole campaign to hate on me. It's on Facebook. Hate, just tried to hate on me. Cool. That's what you're going to do. Do that. Make videos. So as they did what they did, I'm like, cool. But it made me realize that, I got to go back and forth with a hater? Nah, what I like going back and forth with a hater? You ain't on my level. I'm already doing over $250,000 a year. I like arguing with somebody living a little bitty, living fucked up. Watching me, speaking on me, trying to curate a movement against me. What I look like? Guess what? You got it. But for a nigga like you to be able to speak on a nigga like me, that means I'm doing something wrong, duh. For you to be able to speak on me and me be able to hear it, that means I'm doing something wrong. So guess what I did? It made me reshift and say, yeah. If anybody yelling, if it's smoke, it's fire. So maybe you're right. It is a problem with something that I'm doing. I'm doing something wrong. You're right. I ain't built out a big enough business structure, made enough money, and helped enough people to put the small people so far below me that I can't hear their voice. Yeah, you're right. I said, you know what? I ain't fixing nobody else's credit. I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself. I'm going to cut my prices now. I can help more people. Imagine I was doing credit repairs, Him500 credit specialist. Yeah. Motherfuckers start hating on me. They made me create recession proof. Yeah. I went and created recession proof. Yeah, $30 million later. Thank you, hater. Yeah, this crib and everything, jets, all that. Yeah, thank you, hater. You made me elevate my business model. You made me elevate my business model. You made me grind and figure out a better way to reach the goals, because the route I was taking at the time, that vehicle wouldn't even been able to get me to where I really wanted to go. So when somebody threw a rock in my way and started trying to speak bad and attack me, guess what? It made me reposition and say, you're right, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Because one, I shouldn't be able to hear you, and two, you shouldn't be able to speak and say nothing about a nigga like me. Not a nigga like you. You ain't cut like that. You ain't no boss. No bum be able to speak on me. What we talking about? I mean, we ain't even mentioning the same breath, cut, way we carry ourselves. None of that. Stepping, thinking. I'm a player. I'm a boss. Like, I've been a hustler. I've been getting money. Been getting money. Range Rovers, Benzes. Niggas still ain't got that. Still ain't reached the level I was at 2012. I was in Benzes and Range Rovers. Niggas is still riding $2,000 cars speaking on me. What? 500. Step it up. Step it up. Bad. I got that. Stepped it up. Repositioned it. You figure out how to change it. Because it's here. You're doing something wrong. Your business model ain't strong enough. You realistically, you do got a problem where you did something wrong right here. You dropping the ball. You got to improve. And when you improve and don't get discouraged by somebody attacking you and thinking that they identify something, they say something about you wrong, identify what they say. Okay, that's what it is. Bet. Now I'm gonna improve it, because you shouldn't be able to say nothing about me. Not nobody. Them haters shouldn't be able to speak on you. And if they can, whatever they speaking about, listen to it. It's okay. Don't let it consume you or think that it run nothing or it got any weight. Nah, listen to it. Identify it. Figure out, yeah, okay, I'm finna step on that shit. How I'm gonna step on it? I'm gonna step on it and keep going. I'm not gonna get up under it and try to lift it up, nigga. I'm stepping on shit. It's just how I'm coming. Stepping on it. Guess what? I build recession proof. Changes. Don't do nothing for people. Not doing nothing. I'm gonna teach you how to do it yourself. I know I got way more game and more to bring anyways than just providing a service for somebody. $1 million business. Guess what? Them voices that were speaking bad on me, yeah, I can't hear them no more, baby. I can't hear it no more. That shit drowned out. It don't even exist. Yeah, you know what the haters do? They come back. They want to apologize. You know what? I was wrong. I should have handled that differently. Nah, you handle it for who you was. You's a hater. You's a sucker. You handled it the way you did. Keep it. I ain't lose no love. I still love myself. You got that. You did what you did. That was your move. You made it. Let's live with it. It's chess, not checkers. Live with it. Because I'm living with mine. I'm living with my mistakes. I live with the rocks that was thrown at me. I live with the bruises you caused. I had to live with it. I didn't back down and cry about it. Nah, I made a mistake. I did something wrong, and I'm gonna live with it. Let me live with it. But moving forward, you got to live with that too. You got to hold that. So guess what happens is that you start to grow. Now, guess what? I get so big now. It's people who literally make their life off of speaking on me. Imagine you get to a point and you become so relevant. One of my OGs told me, he said, listen, for everybody that love you, for the 100 people that love you, 10 people gonna hate you. For the 100 people that love you, 10 people, it's gonna be 10 people that hate you. See, people first hated on me. I was Marcus Borney. Then it became Him500. Him500 then reached millions, then inspired millions. I have thousands of people in my program. Thousands of people love me when I go out in the streets. That means hundreds of people that hate me too. Now that I got videos, me giving game and impactful videos that got millions of views. So that means it's some thousands of people that hate me. And I understand that. Y'all gotta understand that. That it's gonna be a crowd of people who hate you. that don't know you, that you've never done wrong to, never spoke to you a day in your life. They just not gonna like you as who the person you are. And because the person you are is gonna bring out something in them. Guess what? Ain't nothing you could do about it. Nothing you could do about it. Guess what? When they hate on you, you look at it, reposition. Yeah, recession proof. That took me up tens of millions. Guess what? When the hate come, you think that shit shakes something? That shit don't shake nothing. House got bigger. Smile got prettier. Cuts got crispier. Jewelry got brighter. Yeah, it don't change nothing. Guess what? I got better. Yeah, it don't stop nothing. It only improves. See, when you throw a problem, it now identifies. Why? Because when everybody love you, the people who love you won't identify the problems that you have. See, the haters will identify your mishaps. The haters gonna identify where you miss a step. For sure, I take that. I take account. Because wherever I miss that step, and for a nigga who ain't on my level to be able to speak on me, bet I'm gonna approve it and I'm gonna step so hard that your voice you can't rattle this. I can't hear you. You gotta get to that level. It's people in the space of credit that say my name, and it's the biggest videos they'll have when they mention Him500. Do I get mad and go rebuttal and chase them down? Nah. I realized I built myself up so much that the amount of people who love me have produced enough people that hate me that can change somebody's life for speaking on me. Big dog. Yeah, I love it. That's my impact. I look at that shit like, boy, I got motion out here. I'm having motion. Don't nobody care about, ain't nobody ain't having motion. So when you get to the point where they start to hate on you, where they want to use your name to use your likeness to maybe people, this is what people look up, this is what people gonna look, they gonna watch and listen to me. Maybe I'll make some money. Maybe I'll take his spot. Newsflash. These some big shoes. What that dude's what the video said, I wear 12 in men. You niggas is a 6 in girls. You can't feel these shoes. I put too much work in for years. I put too much thought in. I put too much love in. The love and the time that I spend, like I spend now talking to people. I coach the hustlers. I talk to the hustlers. I talk to the business owners. I talk to the entrepreneurs. I talk to the ones who focus. I talk to the dreamers. I talk to the doers. I talk to the ones who wake up and smile, that walk in the room and get love. The ones that smell good. Yeah, that's the ones I talk to. I don't talk to the ones like this. Nah, I ain't here for you. I'm here for the ones that could laugh, that could smile, have a good time, understand business. That's what I'm here for. But guess what? You gotta channel that out of you, because sometimes you can get consumed with it. I did an interview. They asked me like, yo, how you feel about haters? I said, listen, everybody ain't necessarily a hater. See, sometimes it's okay to understand and identify when somebody identify a problem within you, that it may not be hate. That it may be somebody who identifies something in you, that you may have a problem. Don't ever be too big to think that your shit don't stink. You can't make a mistake. Nah. You could potentially have a problem. Now, how people address your problems and your shortcomings identifies who they are. That's where it identifies who they are. It's how you address and identify somebody's problem. See, first person I got into it with, when you get into it with people and they be like, yo, you never said nothing to me about it. See, this is how do you want to address it? Or I don't even know you. We ain't never had a conversation in life. But you speaking on me. You're not speaking on me for my improvement. You speaking on me for your benefit. You ain't speaking on me to improve my impact and to help me elevate and grow and have more impact and better impact. You speaking so I can have less impact and you can have more. Nah, that's the hater. That's a hater. Because you hate the impact that I got and you want some of it because you can't build it on your own. You ain't got no motion. So you got to identify and realize that it's different people out there. Everybody ain't a hater though. So don't think that anytime somebody say something bad about you, ain't a hater. Sometimes you fuck up. I fuck up. I got times where I didn't fuck up. You'll be like, nah, you fucked up. Cool, you right. I did fuck up. But I'm man enough and big dog enough to be like, yo, I fucked up and I'm gonna step on it. Pop, pop. That's cool. Let's fix it and move on. Let's go. We ain't finna stay there. You think I'm finna stay there and live in that? It's motherfuckers that live and still living and breathing off of shit I did and said 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Like you niggas is living in, that's damn near half a decade. Big dog, I'm on some way new. I'm on to a whole nother mission that you can't even see yet. We going for 100 billion. I mean 100 million. Motherfuckers still on 2020. You gotta realize, like, when you grow, your elevation and your evolution is gonna be how you control it. See, you're in charge of your evolution and how you allow things to help you evolve. See, something can help you dissolve or it can help you evolve. You gotta watch it. See, and somebody's going to give you an ingredient that helps you eat. How you digest it is going to determine whether you evolve or whether you dissolve. It's all going to be on the way that you ingest the things that people want to give, or the things that people throw at you. You got to realize that. You got to know, like, yo, either I'm going to use it for fuel or I'm going to allow it to kill me and burn me and kill everything that I think and everything I know that I am and everything that I work for. So you got to ask yourself and identify that. See, the haters, doubters, and naysayers, they exist. It's cool. They can exist. Can we coexist? We got to coexist. And when we coexist, I have to figure out how to actually convert what it is that you say, do, and the actions that you take and turn them into positive and use it as fuel. It just is what it is. I got to be able to use it as fuel. I got to be able to use it as improvement to make me better. This is how we become better as a culture. See, we don't get better by bickering and infighting and going back and forth and tick for tack. That doesn't make anything better. That doesn't evoke growth. See, people who go back and forth, they just stuck on one level going back and forth. But people who evolve continuously raise the bar. They raise their level of exposure. They raise their level of experiences and how they deal with things. See, I can teach you guys from experience. Why? Because the things I've experienced, I can tell you the takeaways, my lessons, the things, the do's and don'ts, the things to do, the things not to do. Don't do back and forth, going back and forth with people. Why? Because it just provokes something that does not help you grow as an individual. You got to remember, on this road and this journey, when haters, naysayers, and doubters speak on you and they attack you, they ain't attacking nothing else. They're attacking you. And you on this journey by your goddamn self. And you got to remember that you big dog and that you bigger than that. And whatever they talking about, use that shit as fuel so you can step on their ass. They gonna feel it later. It's gonna come around later. Oh nah, it's gonna come around later. But you in control of that. The table, one thing about tables, they always turn. Everybody gotta spin the block. It is what it is. It's just how it goes. So you gotta always know, like, yo, if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But both times I'm gonna grow. But I'm never gonna allow somebody on the outside to contradict or have an influence on how I move and how I run my life. Like, I'm out here to be me, but they gonna happen. So just know they coming. For every 100 people, if 100 people love you, 10 people hate you. Whether they know you, whether they don't know you, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's a known enemy, whether it's a stranger. It's gonna be people who just don't like you. Some people just don't like you because they personality type don't go with yours. Today I had a 60-year-old man, 50-something-year-old man on my page hating. He came on my page to gossip, and I said, bro, I don't gossip. I'm saying something positive, and you want to talk about a man that is supposed to be trans, and whether he got nuts or a clit, like this the shit you want to talk about when I'm talking about positivity? This what you want to speak up on my page? Then he got offended. Bro, I don't bring that energy out. I don't want to gossip about another man and what he did and who he was and what he was born and what he got now. I don't care. We're forward moving. That's it. I'm on a forward trajectory. That's it. Anything else is uncivilized. Anything else is uncivilized. I ain't on that. Then you attack me. Listen, I can go back and forth with you, or I could block you. When I block you, I learned now on Instagram, they block you and all your pages. So now you can't even see from your fake page. Oh, it's lit. Block. Now you don't exist no more. And guess what? The energy and the conversations that you thought we would be able to have, even if you thought you was coming to have a negative conversation with me about somebody else, it's not. I don't want to have that conversation. I don't want to have a conversation about nothing negative. I don't want to have a conversation about nobody who got something negative to say about me. If you come to my page and mention it, I just block you. People ask me, I met one dude was like, yo, man, you blocked me. And I said, you did some sucker shit. What I do? I don't know. But I only block people for sucker shit. The cold part is it don't got to be on my page. You say something about Neo on somebody else's page and you comment on Neo, I'm blocking you because you a sucker. I don't care who you is. I be in regular places, people on other people's page, like I'm so anti-hater and with the sucker shit. When I see stuff happening, I see you do some sucker stuff to your man, I look at it, I'll block him. And that was your people. Y'all was rocking together. Y'all had, dang, you handle like that? Man, I can't rock with you, block. I'm that dude. Circle be like, yo, bro, you be tripping. Why you block so and so? Like, what happened with this? And I'd be like, nah, I just seen them do sucker stuff. Like, I don't ever want you to even think that I like you. I don't want you to think that we friends. I'm cool. I want to know. I want positivity, and I don't like people who actually spill out hate. And I know they got hate in their heart and they got hate in their life. I don't want to be connected to you, and I don't ever want to connect with you because I don't ever want to give you the ability to pass that on to me. So I don't even want you to think that we okay. I'm okay not liking everybody, but I'm okay loving everybody who's positive and got something good going. But I'm okay not liking people who don't. See, that's another level of I'm self-efficient, I'm self-sustained, and I'm okay with myself. I know how to garner great relationships, but I also know how to avoid ones that don't serve me no purpose and things that's not going to serve me no good. That's another level of peace, because a lot of people can't deal with the potential backlash or it may be an altercation. I may have to tell them why or what it is. Like, I'm that much at peace that I can verbally tell somebody, okay, why I don't rock with them and the things I just didn't agree with. Dude asked when I've been in a situation, dude like, yo, what's the deal? I'm like, nah, that was your man's. Y'all was cool. You was a advocate for him. He went through turmoil and you separated and you attacked him maliciously. I don't respect it. It's like, nah, let me explain it to you. I'm like, it doesn't matter when you rock, you rocking like that public, you build it. If that's your brother and that's your family, you handle it behind closed doors. Even if y'all sever ties and don't rock, you don't go out and spill negativity on your family member, on somebody like that's your brother that you was just now with. Like, you inboxing me to sell they stuff and try to get with me. And this ain't nobody new or nothing that's current. This is literally something from like 2019, 2018. I seen somebody backbite somebody that they was rocking with, just turned on them because everybody turned on them. And I'm like, right, wrong, or indifferent, you don't turn on somebody that you run with. And I felt like it was just, I was like, yo, I just don't respect it. And I don't respect that type of character. So I never could, rock with you. What you gonna say? Dead wrong. That was your man's. I seen that was your man's. The world got ugly for him and turned it and went upside down, and you distanced yourself and you made it publicly distanced that I'm not affiliated. I don't got nothing to do with him. This, that. Cool. That's how you move. But to do that showed me character flaws that I just didn't like, and it sat uncomfortable with me. So I stood on it, and I'm okay with having that conversation. If it come about, and we brung it up. We met, we was at an event, we brung it up, and I had the conversation. I'm okay with that. But you got to be so okay with that, because what happens is you will allow these people into your life because they trying to figure out how to work with me and things like that. And I'm like, they realize I blocked them, and they asking people around me like, yo, why you got me blocked? This is why. But I'm okay with being me. Even if I'm wrong, I'm okay with trying to protect my happiness and my joy and not allow people who got character flaws and character traits to get close to me or even penetrate what my energy and that I'm putting out on my road to greatness. That's the shit that ship to sea. And some of y'all willing to let anybody who seem to be happy on the boat. Just because somebody want to get on the boat don't mean they want to paddle. Some people just want to go along for the ride. Some people may not even, it ain't even that they putting holes in a boat. They just dead weight on the boat because they ain't paddling. They ain't willing to do anything to contribute to the forward momentum and forward growth of what it is that you got going. I don't know. So I don't know if y'all hear me tonight. Do it seem like do they understand me in that chat? Do it seem like they hear me in the chat? Like, I need y'all to understand this as we go. Like, this is what happens. Now it's the doubt. I miss and skip some things when it comes to doubt. It's a level of doubt and damn, I gotta break this one down to y'all. It's a group of doubters that you will never be able to get rid of. It's a group of doubters that has a lot of impact, and this doubter pulls at your emotions, it pulls at your mental, it pulls at your stress, it pulls at your heart, it pulls at your ego. Like, this doubter ain't one you could just avoid. This ain't one you could ignore. This ain't one you can cut off. This doubter, you. Self-doubt. Self-doubt is something that's inevitable that you can't grab your nuts on. You can't flex on it. Yeah. Nah. Because self-doubt seek in when you doing good, but you don't know if you could do better. You make a move, you make a business decision, and you don't know if it was the right one. You don't know if you're going to be able to recoup and get back from it, if you're going to be able to pivot, if you're going to be able to make an option and bust a move and do something else or improve off the move you made. See, that self-doubt kick in, and that's a whole nother animal, because it ain't nobody to cut off. It ain't nobody to blame. It ain't nothing to grow from, because it's all internal. It's you. See, everybody has self-doubt. It's never a time in life that doubt don't set in. When things is going great, I remember one of my biggest months in business, I think we did like $2.3 million. And I wondered if I can do more. I remember walking off. I remember leaving my last conference I did, Magic Johnson, everybody, amazing time, amazing event. And people was like, yo, what's next? And I'm like, yo, can I do better than this? Like, what am I going to do bigger? What am I going to do better? Can I do it? These are things that sit in. They literally sit in on you. And it's like, yo, what do you do? How do you counter that? And what I realized is that it's not a counter for that. It's something that you got to realize that it's like a backpack you're going to have to wear. It's a backpack that you're going to have to wear that sometimes is heavy and sometimes it's empty and you don't even feel it. Like, you remember as a kid, you be walking through the hallways and you could feel the books and you be like, your backpack heavy. But if you get into a race and you get to running, that back, you ain't feeling all them books and how you was dragging, and you get to running and you running with that backpack on and that backpack get to going and you just get to going. That backpack get light. That's what you're going to have to do with the doubt. You just can't slow down and allow it to weigh in on you. You got to have a forward momentum and understand that, in the self-belief that I got more belief in myself than I do doubt in myself. I got more courage and more ambition than anything else, more than I do doubt. And that's the way that you actually start to counteract the self-doubt, because it's always going to sit there. It's okay. This don't got nothing to do with nobody else. You can't blame nobody for it. You can't blame your friends. You can't blame your parents. You can't blame your business partner. You can't blame your wife. You can't blame a lack of sleep. You can't blame nobody but self when it comes to self-doubt. And I want you to understand that this is one of them healing hurdles that I talk about. This is one of the biggest hurdles we got to get over. Because you could never, if you allow that to weigh heavy on you, that's the only doubt, that's the only hater, that's the only naysayer or doubter that can actually sink your boat. That's it. It's the self-doubt. See, it ain't an outside hater, it ain't an outside doubter, it ain't an outside naysayer that can actually put a hole in your boat. The only thing that could put a hole in your boat and sink the boat is self-doubt. You got self-confidence, you understand what it is that you want, you self-motivated, right? You driven, you ambitious. You're everything that you need to be, and you know it. But doubt factors into there too. Nobody doesn't have it. Nobody is above it. It sits in, but it's okay. Because sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we make bad moves. Sometimes things don't go as planned. But guess what? Even if they don't go as planned, does not mean that we can improve. That's where the confidence comes in at. That's where it comes into a point where it's like, I am who I say I am. Damn, made me want to rap. And if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? But I say that to say, like, in seriousness though, that's the biggest thing that we got to overcome. That's one of the biggest things that I figured out how to conquer. No matter what nobody says about me, I don't say it about me. I don't care if I don't get too high on my wins and I don't get too down on my lows. You're never going to see me sweat. I ain't going too high and I ain't getting too low. You stay in a zone where you always know who you are. You always know what you're doing it for. And you always in control. You go too low, you get buried. You go too high, you fall and hit the ground and die. You stay in a median spot where you can move swiftly. You can move effectively. That's how you maintain to where when the doubt does sit in, it can't take you too far down. And when it's gone, you can't elevate and go too high up and they bring you down and slam you back down to the ground. That's one of the most important things I think I could tell anybody, because a lot of times when we talk about naysayers, doubters, haters, and people on the outside, we always wanted to be an outside contributor or an outside factor. We never wanted to be an inside factor. We don't like talking about that little voice inside of us that makes us uncomfortable. That when we lay down at nighttime, and it makes us stress. It tugs at our heart, makes us emotional. Like, man, am I on the right path? Should I have listened to other people? Should I have just got a job? Is this worth it? How is this going to end? I'm fucked up right now. Stressed out. My money funny. Yeah, you ain't made for entrepreneurship. Maybe I should just go back to the streets. Maybe I should go get a job. If I get a job, I can't be an entrepreneur no more. Like, that's self-doubt. Because just because if you did have to revert and get a job and you want to be an entrepreneur, guess what? By any means necessary, do you feed your own ego, you feed your own pride, you feed your own bravado. By any means necessary, you go out there and get it and make yourself better and make yourself greater no matter what it takes. But don't let self-doubt thinking that just because you have because you want to be a business owner and you have to revert back, or you have to revert to a 9-to-5, that you think that you're less than, or you're not accomplishing what it is that you're supposed to accomplish. See, sometimes that's the stepping stool. Sometimes that's the bridge that you're supposed to cross that helps you get across the body of water, that body of that disconnect. See, that may be the bridge to get you across the disconnect into the level, into the land that you're supposed to be at, into the land of fulfillment, into the land of joy, into the land of enrichment, into the land of happiness, into the land of success. Because you may have to cross over and do something that you don't want to do, that you feel too prideful to do. And the only thing that's taking you down that road sometimes is that self-doubt, but you're not putting that self-confidence on top of that self-doubt, saying, okay, if you needed me somewhere and I can see it. See, it may not be doubt that I'm seeing. Maybe it's a realization. Maybe I'm realizing that this may be another journey that I need to take, but I still got the confidence that the end goal is always the end goal. The end goal never changed. My destination has never changed. Even if I got to take another route, even if I got to take another path, the end goal does not change. So that's something that I always want y'all to just take with you, is that it's going to be people out there that's going to tell you what you can't do. It's going to be people out there that's going to tell you you shouldn't do it. Nah, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't go into business. You shouldn't want to be your own boss. You shouldn't be out there trying to apply and understand you got to get your credit right. Nah, you shouldn't do that. And there's some people that's just going to say, you ain't shit. That business you got, trash. Yeah, you sell cheesecakes. They suck. You cut hair. Yeah, you can't cut for nothing. Yeah, you rap, man. Your music suck. There's some people that's just going to say it. You think I'm lying? Go find a positive post. Go to the toxic I know y'all that rock with me. Hopefully y'all still ain't following Shade Room and consuming that all day, because they post so much they control your timeline, right? But go find a positive post on Shade Room. Go find a positive post on Shade Room. Something completely positive. And it's gonna be a hater commenting. And that hater's gonna comment something totally negative, full of hate. And it's going to be hundreds of people who like it. And that allows you to know that these are the environments and the type of people that you got to separate yourself from. Because for the 100 people that like you, it's 10 people that's going to hate you, whether they know you personally or not. But you got to understand is that the hate that they put out is not stemming from what you did or what anything that you've done. It's stemming from who they are and what they have in them and in their heart. And that just is what it is. So you got to attract positivity. You got to bring out positivity, joy in your life to take it to the next level. That's it for Wealth Therapy. Haters, doubters, and naysayers, what we tell them. Let's get it.
Hey, Mr. 500, let's go!
Anything you want in this world is dependent on. Everybody wants to be wealthy. Everybody wants to get money, but why? I did $25 million the last 2 years. I come from nothing. You gotta move with urgency. You gotta take action. You gotta act.
Some of y'all too scared to tell people, fuck you.
Ride big, ice big, nice crib. White fig, started out just sweeping flows, now Fat Boy the CEO.
Everybody want to stand out. You can't be the same and be different. You'll never be the best in your industry if you do what everybody else doing. You know you got the mindset. You know you got the ambition. It's just you haven't got the fuck up. Either I'ma do this shit and execute, or I'ma fucking die.
We talk is wealth, and them dripping sauce. This time we do for
I
self.
never knew getting money would affect me. Man, mentally.
How many of you guys want to be multi-millionaires and create a legacy and a brand? We ain't in this for clout. We out here to get money. It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
It's my wealth therapy.